The ninjas are here for the first time this year with a Scattershot Ninja Strike. Aloha everyone, what's going on my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. Today is January 17th, 2022. Got another RuneScape update for y'all. So without any further ado, let's jump right into this Scattershot for the Ninja Strike. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, before we get into that, just want to quickly mention that the community restoration event for the Hex Oasis is finally over. Due to the boosted rates last week, we were able to achieve the 100% completion for the community, unlocking all the possible rewards. If you haven't already, you have until Tuesday the 18th at 23:59 game time to max out your personal progress and gain access to those goodies. Following that, on Tuesday the 19th, when it rolls over to 0:01 game time, you'll have just under 2 weeks until the 31st to collect your rewards. Do note that you can only claim your rewards based on your personal progress, which is why you have until the reset tomorrow to finish up your personal progress. Even after the event is over, all the skilling activities will remain, including the mini quests. I have hit 1 and 2. With that said, let's now look at that Ninja Strike. Starting off, we got some combat item tooltips. Following items now have tooltips or examines with more details. All the luck rings, god books, Slayer gems, defenders, reprisers, rebounders, various food and potions, divination portents and signs, the enhanced Excalibur, Void Knight equipment, and the attuned crystal weapons. Taking a look at abilities and spells, locked or otherwise hidden abilities and spells now show in their respective ability books with a lock icon. Unlock information will now display on the tooltip of the ability or spell. Lodestone teleports are now available in the teleport section of the magic ability book below existing teleport spells. Using them from the magic book will perform either a quick or standard teleport depending on your settings. Extra filters have been added to the ability book so you can display or hide the following: available abilities or spells, locked abilities or spells, and lodestone teleports. Looking at pets and familiars, ravens have been converted to follower pets in the interface. Incubating any of those eggs will now unlock them in a specific order rather than at random, and players who have lost a raven before this update can reclaim it from a pet shop owner. The original penguin pets have been converted to follower pets in the interface. Incubating these will unlock these pets in order from gray, brown, and then blue, depending on what you've already unlocked. Growth stages can be toggled within the interface, and players who lost any penguins before this can reclaim it at a pet shop owner. You can now speak to a pet shop owner to unlock any of the god, bird, baby, dragon, or raccoon pets that have ran away before the respective interface updates. And they fixed an issue preventing the anima creature, revenant pets, and Bombi from transferring their current appearance to an already overridden legendary pet or familiar. Having a look at action bars and combat, the auto retaliate button can now be dragged to the action bar. On mobile, the adrenaline bar itself can also be dragged onto the action bar. Pressing the auto retaliate icon on mobile will now toggle retaliation behavior. On mobile, cure and regenerate can now be activated using the heart icon. The health icon and health bar can now also be dragged to the action bar on mobile, as well as summoning and prayer globes. And finally, we got some general quality of life and ninja bug fixes. Interacting with the manifest knowledge while skilling will no longer interrupt the skilling action. Added mini summoning obelisks to all main archaeology dig sites, including the archaeology campus. Replaced an old version of weapon poison drops on various NPCs with the correct version of weapon poison. Fixed an issue where ability tooltips would not show correctly if they were currently being affected by the perk effects of a dinosaur farm animal. Prevented the ability to set an auto fire rate for the Calgarian Demon Familiar's special attack, as it couldn't actually be auto fired to begin with. And the Bones to Bananas and Bones to Peaches spells will now correctly highlight only when the player has suitable bones in their backpack. And that is it for your Ninja Strike. We still have some more patch notes to go over, so let's head on over to the patch notes section and check out what's been updated. Having a look at Hex Oasis, scarabs within the Oasis will now spawn at a faster rate during scarab hunting. The scarab stack buff hover text will now correctly state the maximum as 5 scarabs if you have the scarab stack increase upgrade unlocked. Strange and golden rocks will no longer always be given when constructing flower baskets and the water filtration system. The boosts from the Reaper Crew achievement will no longer be applied to players who haven't unlocked it. Buckets will now be destroyed when using compost on flower bushes, if destroy empty buckets when farming is checked on in the settings. Following feedback, dwarf multi-cannons can no longer be placed within Het's Oasis. The Holy Scarab has been added to the Anne Green achievement. The Animalingual achievement will no longer relock upon removing an amulet from the Cramulet, and it now lists the amulets required. Fixed an issue where some players could not access Het's tomb while in the quest interface, and an issue where they would be teleported back to Het's statue if they teleported to either their POH or port. Fixed a stretching issue with Saradomin's chathead that could be seen when speaking to him at Sentistan Cathedral. Zarador no longer appears in Sentistan twice. Fixed a couple of typos in Faldi's dialogue and a typo within the Eye of Het 2 mini quest. Having a look at gameplay, the Holy Scarab will now drain prayer points as expected when using multiple prayers. Extra prayer experience obtained from Powder of Burials now works with Bone Crusher. The warning given when attempting to stack a prayer powder will now state the correct amount of time left. The quiver can no longer be taken to the Barbarian Assault minigame. A number of clue scroll steps were taking the players to incorrect or broken locations when using the Globetrotter Jacket teleport. This has now been fixed. A clue scroll near Het's Oasis was in a block location and has been moved. The Spirit of Chantley can now be unlocked by talking to Aka Kanata if the Call of the Ancestors quest is completed. The player will now be sent back to the game world as expected whenever leaving the Corporal Beast's cave. And finally, looking at some UI changes, they updated the Abyssal Whip special attack description as it was inconsistent with how the special attack actually works. Changed the can't log in message on the authenticator pop-up to lost your authenticator to avoid confusion. Selecting it will now take you to the disable the authenticator support page. Fixed an issue where loading a preset with a smoldering item equipped force dropped an item from the preset onto the ground. Fixed an issue where dialogue text during the Tale of Two Cats quest was unreadable due to being orange. And finally, on mobile, players can now swap action buttons when using action bars 14 and 15. That is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. Head on over there to check them out. With that, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I'm out. Aloha.